Are you ready? All right. Check, check. Can anybody hear us? Hello, hello. Can y'all hear you? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Bang bang, you there?
Yes. All visible.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, y'all? We are here. I hope audio is good. What up, Sarah? Is everything good? You can see us. Oh my gosh, they can see us.
Hey, we're back.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How's your what's today? Tuesday? How's your Tuesday going? What's up, Giovanna? What's up, Brandon? How's everybody doing today? Good, good. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Well, all right. Since we got the audio and everything working, and we're on time.
Yes.
We gonna get straight to it. We won't be with y'all too long. But want to talk about Lisa's album, Alter Ego, today. So we thought it'd be kind of cool just to chill out and, do a review and discussion on the album, since we really ain't done that in a long time, like a real long time. But and if we would have did the album reaction, it would have got blocked probably. It would have got immediately blocked. So
I blocked.
I mean, I saw some people's reactions and they were able to get them up, but I didn't want to have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we gonna talk about Lisa's album today. Alter Ego. We've been anticipating it. And maybe what was your feelings before this album came out?
I was nervous. I wasn't too sure what Lisa was going to do. I mean, this is like her first, if I'm not mistaken, like her first debut.
Yeah, first full solo album. Yeah.
Well, at least under her new
label
theme and right. Yeah. So I was kind of nervous. I wanted to see what Lisa looks like without all the blackpink.
Yeah. Well, I was anticipating just to see how, how she was going to do. We always talk about Lisa and how it seems like she just likes to do her. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right. Maybe holding back a little bit.
Yeah. I was really anticipating to see how that was going to be, but yeah, I was anticipating, especially after New Woman, because I was just like, yo, after New Woman, I was just like, yo, what are we going to get with this and everything? But yeah, I was anticipating a lot, and yeah, man, let's just get right to it. So we got the album titles, Alter Ego. How you feel about the title?
I think it was fitting. I think it really kind of lets you know what you're about to expect.
Mm-hmm.
With the alter egos.
Yeah.
So I think she made it really clear, like, hey, it's gonna be some different sides of this dice, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a great title for the album.
Yeah, right here, I thought it was a great title, especially with the starting track, Born Again. Once again, amazing song, but I think it fit as an amazing intro to the album, and it kind of like set the tone for the whole album, in my opinion. Just a disclaimer: everything we talk about here today is our opinions, our own kind of thoughts, and I don't know about Bang Bang, but I'm about to go deep. You know, I don't want to overanalyze everything, but
Yep.
I came away very surprised with just some of the elements of how uh, the themes, everything translated on the album. So I just say that to just give y'all a warning that I don't believe I'm right about everything. I'm sure Bang Bang don't believe he's right about everything, but everything is, art is open to interpretation. I just want to get out the way before
So
somebody
I look,
say.
I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm sorry as well. I'm definitely gonna go puddle with this one. That's how deep I want to go. We only had, we didn't have that much time to sit with the album, so
Yeah,
these feelings could change over time.
right. So with that being said, I feel like that New Woman really set the tone for the album, and Sarah's funny. Take everything you say as gospel. Got it.
There we go.
With the official album music description, it states this. As is the case with many K-pop releases, Alter Ego is not just an album, it's an entire concept. For her solo album debut, Lisa slips into 5 different comic book-like personalities. Roxy, Kiki, Vixie, Sunny, and Speedy. Each with their own backstory, look, and dedicated album track. On Rockstar, Roxy, and Lifestyle. Oh, Rockstar would be Roxy. Lifestyle would be Speedy. And then Lisa boasts about the life. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that all wrong. On Rockstar and Lifestyle, Lisa boasts about the life of a global pop star, while F Up the World with Vixie allows the superstar a chance to play the villain, walked in causing havoc. Yes, that's a habit. And the romantic France set Moonlit Floor, which is Sunny, samples the Sixpence Nuns the Richer's 1988 hit Kiss Me, swapping Belief the Milky Twilight for the Under the Paris Twilight. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out and how that kind of sets the tone for the album. But I feel like while that can like give a little basis of that loosely, I feel like, it could also be like just a reference to just how Lisa just wants to express herself.
That's how I took it.
I feel like throughout those different alter ego expressions or whatever thing, it's just something that she's been wanting to just let out of herself, expressively, creatively. And, for me, it's just how she wanted to just portray that she's just more than a K-pop star. She wanted to just kind of let that out, like, yeah, I got famous off of this and everything like that, but this is what more I have to offer. So I feel like Born Again perfectly starts that kind of feeling out for the album, if that makes any sense.
Yep. Yeah, something about that too. Going back to like, just a description of the album. She's on a new, I guess like she's working with a new team, right? I think it's called Loud.
Yeah,
Company.
that's the label. Mm-hmm.
And she's doing some creative things as well with her rollout, which I thought was really good with the ego, as well. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think she's releasing like a comic book or something.
Yeah.
To go along with the characters, which I think is genius.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, this kind of allows her to kind of collaborate with the various artists that she's probably been a fan of, probably could not collaborate with in the past. And that was something I did also appreciate. So this very first song with these 2 collaborations, I thought was perfect. She was probably a fan of these, these girls, and probably wanted to work with them. Maybe couldn't. Maybe the schedules didn't align. Maybe she didn't have the time. So Born Again, I think it was a perfect kickoff as well.
Yeah, Giovanna, let me see. She says, so you guys listened to it already, or yes. So this is not a reaction or anything like that, because I'm going to point out again, most of the times reactions to anything with Lisa or any Blackpink members are bound to get blocked. So for this type of content, we wanted to just discuss the album and talk about everything track by track. So yes, we have listened to the album. But that leading into Rockstar, I felt like with that being said of her being born again, with Rockstar, she just came out being like the Lisa that we know. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of like reintroducing people that may not be familiar with her sound and everything like that. So I thought that was a great follow up for to Born Again as well. How'd you feel about Rockstar?
I like Rockstar. It was more like kinda like a hip hop, but like a psychedelic type of pop sound. There was a
Mhm.
sample they used from, Tame Impala, um, "Feel like a brand new person."
Mhm.
I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah.
song, and she had a creative way how she kinda, like, flipped that inside the beat. I thought was, insane. I love the production, for that song, and, Lisa was talking her ish. It was straight La La Lisa, with this one, just basically letting her haters know I make a lot more money than y'all. Get over it type vibes, and, I thought it was a good second track just to let everybody know that, hey, I'm gonna be rapping on this
Mhm.
track, so get used to it.
Well, then how did you feel that translated in right directly to Elastigirl? Because that one took me. I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think only Mr. Incredible could appreciate that song. I look that one just kinda threw me off a little bit. Like, it has
Mhm.
some tropical, like, deep house vibes, so the
Mm,
vibes was just switching, um, just immediately, right? So we
yeah.
went from this first song, which was, like, empowering song. Second song was I'm Talking My Ish, and this
Mhm.
third song, I kinda felt like I was doing hot yoga on Yoshi Island for some reason, had, like, a real tropical sound, and then the actual lyrics themselves was a little little different. You
Mm,
could take it one way. The
yeah,
way I
yeah.
received it,
Uh-huh.
it was like resilience. You
Okay.
can bend me, but I won't break.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's for my sensitive ears. That's how I'm gonna perceive it, man. So shout out to that.
Yeah, I felt like, on the surface level, it was very fun, but it could be very mature too. And the production was hitting. It had like that kind of mesmerizing type of vibe, and like she's just trying to let you know that this ain't just gonna be all cutesy and everything like this. I'm gonna be talking some stuff, So that's how I took it. But
Yeah.
I do follow which is your sentiments regarding of um how that she can really be diverse and she can
Yep.
really apply herself to any type of situation. So that's a good way of taking that. But man, let
Yeah.
me move to my probably like my favorite track on the album, which is Thunder.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I love the sound, and it seems like her cadence was like mastered here for me,
Mm,
and I felt like everything that she's done before, I feel like, all the singing and rapping and everything, it was on full display with this. And I love how the production was just so vibrant and expressive. And you can definitely see like a music video or a live performance of this that would be crazy. And I feel like the song is like a statement for like her profession as an artist. Like she's coming through, making a bang, letting her presence be known everywhere she goes.
mm.
And I feel like not to be like she's just trying to like leave her past behind, but it's just like once again the whole I'm a K-pop star. No, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting my
Yeah.
presence be known, and like just embracing my growth into like a new woman. And
Yeah.
ooh, Thunder is dope.
Yeah, it's like a great empowerment song. It feels like I can conquer the world type of vibes. Kind
Mm.
of leaning into it. It felt like a song that Rihanna would drop on, like, and
I got a
collaborate
lot of
on for some
vibes with that.
reason.
I got a lot of vibes with that. This album. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the style was kind of like a trap, electronic trap rap with some EDM. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a
Mm-hmm.
different sound, more of like a futuristic feel.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm with you though. Her cadence in this one was so dope. The chorus that she had, where it kind of felt like chaotic, like I got that how she kind of like did that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
this is a hit, right? It's not always about just saying the best lyrics in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta vibe and jig on the track, right? And I think her cadence, she got it with this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something I thought was really interesting was that I think she kind of helped write with a lot of these tracks, if not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of listed as a writer, so I know this was great experience for her to really sit in the writer's room and really start to, really write to the beat, write to the production, write to the feeling versus just writing lyrics.
Yeah.
This felt like something she was really vibing with. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
her.
and I feel like that kind of led into the next track with like New Woman because when we first reacted to New Woman, I was just like, it's all right, Da, 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 da. But I felt like in context with the sequencing of this album, at least the first 7 tracks, I felt like it was a journey of like how she wants to express herself. And when it led into New Woman, like especially I think it's the first verse or first thing that she says, soak it up all new, so I cut. I go to the root off the bloom, yeah. And like I just kind of felt
Nice.
like I kind of that was not me rapping. I kind of felt like that was just her saying like, I'm just trying to take everything that I came from and just kind of grow with it and take off and bloom into a new person. And then when she has the pre-chorus where she says purple and the gold, pain has to come, pain has come and gone again. Walk through that fire, I rediscover. Like when you think about purple, it's like when you have a bruise or a wound, and she's turning all those like kind of like experiences that she went through and coming out. I went through that. I went through that for a reason. I made it out of it. No matter about who said this or who said that, I'm still being me and just develop into a new artist. So I have a newfound respect for that song just because of how it just kind of it feels like a mantra to a certain extent.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, look, I agree. I think the production on this was brilliant. The way the song felt to me, it was like walking in air.
Hmm.
It kind of gave her a lot of space to kind of express herself. It felt like a personal song, kind of like what you mentioned. And I liked how the production kind of gave you like another thing, like a hip hop mixed with like electronic sound. She's constantly like changing the vibe up, right? This one, she really leaned into it. She was kind of like, I'm a new woman, kind of like new phone, who this type of vibes. Where, where in my opinion, it was kind of giving me a feeling that she's like, look, I have different goals than what I had in the past. I'm a different person, and you're gonna have to get to know the new me. And that was the feeling I was getting throughout that track. She's really trying to let everybody know this ain't Blackpink Lisa.
Hmm.
It's a whole
Hmm.
different type of Lisa. So,
Yeah.
shout out. Oh, another thing I want to mention too is the collaboration with Rosalina
Hmm. Hmm.
or Rose. Okay, that how they brought her in was probably my favorite part of the track.
I remember not
Um,
liking that at first. If I remember
like
doing a reaction, I was just like, I don't like that. But once again, in context, and then once you have some translations, you can kind of like vibe with it a little bit more. And I kind of took it as just another one of those moments where it's just like a statement of how they blend with one another.
yeah, then kind of cross the cultures as well together. I thought they
Hmm.
did a good job of doing that by cutting the beat and letting her just kind of like roll like a rose in a way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
brilliant production. Like I'm really curious and wondering how this team was really working together with this concept. 'Cause I really
Hmm.
feel like they put a lot into these songs. Shout out to that.
Well, with her being a woman, let's right into one of the most surprising tracks on the
Good
album.
work.
And for all of you that are watching currently, please feel free to share your thoughts while we're talking. And we'll comment on some things if y'all have any comments that y'all want to share, but especially about this one. F up the world. Fuck up the world.
Yes.
Now
What's up?
we did react to the video, but it's most likely gonna get blocked. So we didn't even bother posting it. But I could safe to say I was not expecting this. It
There we go.
completely threw me off, but like I think Bebe was just like, huh? tell, tell everybody your first thoughts when you were listening to the song, man.
I'm. It's hard to put into words,
Okay.
right? Because I don't want nobody to be mad at me. But it felt too Atlanta, and I was taken aback, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't handle it. All I heard was Georgia Peaches. I had Georgia Peaches instead of Kiwis in my ear, right? I just could not look past how Atlanta it was, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
It reminded me of the BP uh, off like Boulder Crest Road, right? Or the Chevron off Glenwood. Like it just felt too Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
right? Like whoever made this beat
ATL Jacob.
knows the Rich Kids. Okay, look, it just it felt too Atlanta to me. So it was really hard for me to really get into it because I was shocked because I grew up on the east side of Atlanta, and that was so east side Atlanta. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was my initial reaction.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, okay. And then when it got to the chorus, fuck up the world, fuck up the world. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, you know, I don't and I don't want to be like that, you know, towards everybody, like, you know, especially, you know, when we're in Lisa's context here, we're talking about how she's coming from what we know as the K-pop sphere. And it's not like, oh my God, they said a bad word or nothing like that. It's just like you said, how the track was just super Atlanta and it just threw you off guard. Like, whoa, like, okay.
Yeah.
So then after that, we were just like, well, how? Maybe was like, how is Future gonna fit on this? Future wasn't even invited to the video. Now I understand it's a solo version because of the alter ego, which we'll get on, I'll tack on later towards the end. But we were just like, dang, what did Future say for him not to be in the video version? Then we heard the version. Now, if you don't know us or me from not recent, but from older reviews on this channel when we were doing hip hop and R&B reviews, I'm not the biggest fan of Future. I'll let that be known every single time. So I wasn't anticipating any type of thing from Future when it comes to Future. Like, I could hear Future's lyrics without even listening to the song, if that makes sense. Now, you may call me a hater, and go ahead. You know, I know Future has a fan base. I am not associated with that fan base, but I respect them, you know? And I know that's that ATL type of sound, you know? But it's like, I can still rock with it. It's just when it comes to the lyrics, it's just in one ear and out the other. It's literally, you know, and I'm just like, but I'm still bopping because it's got a melody to it. But I say that to say is I was already expecting it not to be anything that I was going to like scream out. But in the context of this album, minus Future, I think this kind of fits for Lisa after spinning it with the album.
After further review.
Yes, after further review. Because I feel like, you know, this was like this was like just Lisa, like after all the first 5 tracks, she's just like, now I'm about to just, you know, I've been through this. I'm born again. I tell y'all that I'm a rock star. You know, I go through the Elastigurl, the Thunder, the New Woman, and it's just like, now I'm ready to just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Apple Music description says that she comes into, what did it say, her villain role, and
Big C?
chance to be a villain. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's a cute play on it. I don't feel like everything with the ATL sound got to be labeled as a villain, but you know, that's all I'm saying.
I agree.
But I just took it as, no, I'm just coming to take what's mine. You know, I've been doing this music stuff for a while now. I've been showing y'all I can dance, I can rap, and I'm just about to come fuck up the world in my own way. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
And with that being said, in context of the album, I ain't gonna lie, the song's hard now.
There we go.
Because I could just be like, oh, but minus Future. I can't take that verse. But I feel like just in the context of the album, I like that. And it just give her a chance to just, I guess, you know, step out what fans may expect to be her comfort zone and do something like that. That was a long way to explain. I'm sorry.
No, this song needs that, right? Because there's a lot of layers to this onion. For me, I grew up in East Atlanta. I was familiar with Future almost probably around Dungeon Family, right? But their whole Future mixtapes and everything, when he was working with I think it's Rocco, was one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. Back then, like, I was a big Future fan, but in relation to K-pop, I mean, that where I was like, whoa. And we all know Future. I think he was the inventor of She for the Streets, right? I think he is the originator of She for the Streets, right? Future is known to be for the streets himself. So I was afraid how this is going to mesh, but I didn't think it was a bad look. I really feel like it was her sending a message like, look, if you didn't believe me when I said this ain't your Lisa that you used to, believe it now. The track itself had like a underground 2010 Atlanta sound mixed with some dirty Sprite, in my opinion.
Okay.
The way Lisa was on the track, it was screaming demon time. You know what I'm saying? And the way she was spitting after further review, I was like, you know what? I like this. Even though I know this sound all too well, I appreciate her for being able to like be so comfortable on the track. I think a lot of that has to do with the production, cadence, and I thought that was really cool. She had one line in it that was really dope. If you want to hear the old Lisa, let me see, put my glasses on.
Oh.
Then listen to my old shit. That right there pretty much set it off, right? She was basically saying, I'm gonna jump on the beat with Future and let y'all know, if you didn't catch it before, you are not gonna get Blackpink Lisa. And I said, you know what? God bless. And shout out to her for the courage. And I love the fact that she says, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah. I think it was probably more empowering for her. So really long-winded.
Yeah.
Really long-winded. I apologize.
No, but it's warranted.
This is one of them songs. Okay.
It's warranted. Right, yeah. Really good. Really good breakdown. I enjoyed that. You know, Sarah says, you know it's serious when Bang Bang throws on the spectacles.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. And Taylor said it didn't scream Lisa to me, but I think this is about self-exploration, so that's fair. Yeah, that's a great way to take it. I love that take, so I fully agree with that. And let's see who else. And I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my faves on the album. Well, the solo version. That's fair. That's fair. Nice. I feel that. I feel that as well. Well, you know what though, Bang Bang? The song sounded pretty good in these headphones. Couldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
You
need to have good sounding headphones when you're trying to
listen to good sounding headphones. Yes. And if y'all didn't know, this is about to lead into somewhere. You can see these headphones we've been rocking. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but we've been rocking these headphones. They are called the Kiwi Ears. And
Kiwis in our ear.
Kiwis in our ear. And they're really, really dope headphones. They bring studio quality listening experience with its free premium 50mm dynamic drivers, engineered for exceptional quality, rich bass, and balanced tonality. And designed with open back acoustic, it delivers a spacious soundstage, an immersive stereo performance. And Bang Bang and I have been using these for about 3-4 weeks now, almost.
Yeah, consistently.
And we've been using them mostly with everything we'll be doing on the channel when it comes to editing, and even with like gaming and doing my DJ mixes and everything like that. So if you are interested, we do have a link in the description of this video to where you can find more Kiwi Ears products. And please check it out if you're interested, and you can support your boys. All right. Shout out to Kiwi Ears for sending us these.
Wow.
They're great. They're great. But now we're going to get into Rapunzel. Right after we get to collab with Future, we have a collab with Meg Stallion. Yes, how'd you feel about Rapunzel, man?
I liked it, man. It kind of felt like an anthem style hip hop song. The way it felt was like money guns at a pool party. That's what I wrote down. It was like a carefree party song that I just felt like they didn't take too seriously. And for some
Hmm.
reason, I thought Childish Gambino would sound good on the track. I don't know why, but but
I can see that. I can see that.
but on some real hot girl shit, I think Megan Thee Stallion did a really good job. I think her cadence on this one was kind of on a different chill side, which I appreciated, and I think they sounded really good together. That was good collaboration.
Yeah, man. Going into my deep interpretation, I feel like Rapunzel can be taken in various ways. All right, and first of all, hair down, feeling like Rapunzel. That's just Lisa and Megan. Like I feel like loving her life, like loving their lives. They just doing what they want to do. Enjoying living in life and everything like that. Enjoying their success and just living themselves to the fullest. Proud of who they being. I feel like there's a term that's called, what's relaxing like my hair down or something like that. I don't know the term. Probably
Okay,
know what I'm talking
okay.
about. But I feel like that kind of like goes into the play of Rapunzel. When they said
Oh, I see.
keep your doggies in the motherfucking muzzle, I was cracking up because I feel like that's just a blunt way of saying keep your words to yourself. And I feel like that applies to both Lisa and Megan because they don't really care about what other people say. Because
Hmm.
they haters, you know what I'm saying? They just living life and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool kind of way of putting that down. Um, and another perspective is I feel like that's another similar thing Lisa and Megan have. They're always like kind of like under a microscope, always being talked
Yeah,
about,
criticized. Yep.
criticized and everything. So I kind of felt like, with that bar and just a couple of the lyrics, I was just like, they kind of really complement each other very, very well on this. And, they just trying to be the best version of themselves and enjoy life. And then another interpretation I got, shout out to my wife, because she pointed out something to me that I wasn't even thinking about. So I was talking to her about the song and the album and just trying to like get her to understand like my view of like how I feel like Lisa's exploring herself and trying to like express herself out of the K-pop sphere. And she was like,
Right.
well, the story of Rapunzel is that she was kidnapped and trapped in a tower and she wanted to escape because she saw the outside world. And I'm like, oh, damn. You can kind of say that the
Oh.
tower was just kind of everybody putting her in a box like, oh, you just a K-pop star. You can't be doing this and can't be doing that. And it kind of like
Dude.
felt like that is like how Lisa could be feeling as far as being the label of a K-pop star. And she just feels like she's more than that and she wants to express herself. And I feel like that applies to Megan as well because before she left her old label, before she did the song with BTS, they were like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I think it was her manager
Like,
saying, oh, I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's
don't
a
do
good
that.
idea. Don't do that. But Megan has always been constantly showing love for other cultures. She loved anime and everything
Yep.
like that. And after she did that, she did the song with the Japanese artist. She did song with
Yeah, that
Twice,
was crazy.
and
Yep.
now she's doing the song with Lisa. So I feel like they both kind of fit that I'm trapped in the box tower kind of mold. So I feel
I
like
love it.
like again, I'm not getting too deep, but I just felt like that was a really dope interpretation. Like the song ain't really that serious, but if you want to take it there, it can lead to that.
When you say that, they both do kind of jump outside their boundaries, right? Where it's like you said, Megan's kind of jumping overseas as well, just trying to, introduce herself. So that's a great interpretation. I didn't catch that. Shout out.
Yeah.
I guess the labels are like the dragon, I guess. Isn't there like a dragon in you? Shout out, man.
And next we got "Kiss Me." Now this next section of the album, the latter half of the back half of the album is so to me. I'm just letting you know that right now. But
Oh
"Kiss
wow.
Me," "Kiss Me" felt to me like the simplest song on the album. But I can honestly do without it. But if I wanted to like kind of fit it in the deep storyline that I'm making with this album, you can say that this is after she has learned to express herself with her newfound form of freedom, she's been able to let herself go and find somebody to confine in and share that with. And I felt,
Oh.
no, I'm serious. And I feel like that's like any type of journey. It's just like you go out there,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a bad girl, this and that, da, 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 da. But then you find somebody like, oh man, I might let myself be open. So that's kind of how I took that,
I can see that. Kind of like a rough exterior, but inside is very,
Hmm.
like cuddly type thing, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I was feeling the song. I liked like the melodic pop rock style. The sample is that Kiss Me, right?
Hmm.
Kiss me. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun. Yo,
yeah.
I was a fan, right? I was a fan of that song. It was so 90s. This whole production of the song kind of felt like a 90s broadcast
Mm,
for some reason. Like they had some static. I feel like that was in the beat. If they did that on purpose, I'm assuming.
okay.
Um, the the sound to me, I think it was like a mixture of that 90s vibe mixed with vibes. And I actually
Mm,
like how the song came out. And I think Jesse Reyes was a writer on this.
really?
And
I ain't look up the
I
credits.
think so. For some reason, I
That's my
felt
girl
like,
too.
yeah, you're right. And I think that vibe part was where I was really connected with. Then when I saw Jesse Reyes, I was like, oh, okay, she was a writer on that, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, okay, I really like that sound. So you're blending two really dope things, in my opinion. This was a star for me. I actually really like this sound. It reminded me of like neon windbreakers of the 90s, like biker shorts and all that,
Okay,
mixed with
okay,
just vibes.
okay, okay.
So the blend was really good. The production was really good. It was a slow song, but like you said, it was a love song. She's pretty much saying like, "Yo, I want to be loved too." You know, even though I love my money, la la
Yeah.
Lisa, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
also want to be loved as well. So dope track.
Yeah, and that led right into When I'm With You, and it kind of picked it up back for me again with Tyla. And I thought this song was great. It was beautiful. It kind of carries over that feeling of from Kiss Me and her just showing her vulnerable side of. But yeah, I really, really love this song. I'll play this one again. So I like it better than Kiss Me.
This was probably one of my favorite songs of the album. I just really like the R&B feel of the track. And it was a feel good song, something I can play around friends, like a casual cookout type of thing, or just hanging
Hmm.
out. And I love the blend of the two. With Tyla being from like South Africa, right? And then she kind of jumping on like I wouldn't say K-pop sound, but that's how we know Lisa, right? So just the blending of the two sounds, I didn't really think that would work the way it did, and it was perfect. I think they kind of blended their voices as well, so they're really just going back and forth with their sound. So
Hmm.
this right here
Hmm.
is a standout to me. One of my favorite songs on the album. So shout out.
Yeah, and continue on that, we have Bad Girl. Continue to like kind of love feel, but I kind of felt like with this one, um, she was kind of just still expressing that feeling of a new woman and just sharing that with her other and just going wild together. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like this was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, this me and my bae and we just out here doing whatever. Like that's just the vibe I got from it. I like the production on this one. Some of the wordplay was kind of cheesy, but it was okay.
Uh,
It was just like, okay, all right. Yeah.
it had like the electric pop sound, that nightlife type of vibes. It kind of felt like drunken love in a way, just
Mhm.
outside,
Mhm. Mhm.
playing in traffic type thing. Like I'm with you. The lyrics are kind of cheesy, but I thought it fit with the song. Like I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Lisa was kind of doing her thing, doing her raps. You can't spell Lisa without la la. I love how she kind of adds her la las throughout
Yeah.
the project. So it was a good song to me. Shout out to the bad girls.
Well, I love how Lifestyle came after that because Lifestyle was like a better type of like I'm about this type of life that y'all can't probably relate with type of record.
Oh yeah,
And I love when Lisa get on her braggadocious shit. Like I don't mind it because she can talk it.
what she do?
That's what she
What
do.
she do?
She can talk it. And I felt like, it was displayed on that. And you really can't say she ain't worthy of talking that because she showed every that it's appropriate. So Lifestyle is one of my I want to say top 3 songs on here just because of just how I know she's serious. You get those songs where
Right.
they talk about the lifestyle. It's like, I don't know if you really live that lifestyle. You know what I'm
I
saying?
believe you.
But with Lisa, I believe it. So it comes off as
Right.
credible and I can rock with it.
Yeah, same here. This is also one of my top tracks on the album, one of my top 3 as well. It's wild to me because it had, like, an EDM feel with, like, some London trap music, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it kinda gave me that type of vibe, like, I can play this right after some Pete and some Bass, you know? It's just, like, that type of vibe. Keeping it tough, you know, like, just that cadence.
Yeah.
It's kinda like it's like a sound like you kinda living life on the edge type of thing, but at the
Mhm,
same time, you're really
mhm,
talking that mess like, "Yo, I am that." Like, I like it when Lisa pops off. We kinda know her for that. We kinda appreciate her for that. So,
mhm.
yeah, she did her thing on that one.
Yeah, Tay 21st said Lisa is top 3 for me too, so we agree, we agree. And then we get Chill. I did not like Chill, y'all.
Yeah, like, chill.
I didn't like Chill. I was like, "Oh, man, this." It's when it comes to albums, it's usually like when I think about album, it's always the back half of the album that has to really sell me. And this one, I was don't like this, love that. I ain't feeling this, love that. Chill was not like. I can. This is one that I mean, I get how some people can have fun with it, but I can pass it.
I would say it's kinda like not one of my favorite songs. For some reason, I felt like some, like, crime-solving pop sound it was given, right? It was a really unique style of a beat. It was, like, subtle.
Mhm.
What I wrote down, it feels like cool vampire music. That's what the vibes I was feeling when I was listening to it. One thing I can appreciate though, the song had, like, a cool way to have, like, it's kinda like between, like, a laid chill vibe,
Mm,
but
mm,
then, like, an eerie chills vibe. So it
okay.
had, like, some moments where it was kinda, like, chilling.
Mhm.
And honestly, I can hear this, like, as, like, a Blackpink song for some reason that to me, it was like, I can kinda hear this being something they probably could, you know, do, like, during, like, Halloween or something. I don't know, but, very unique sound. You know, what wasn't my favorite track, but I was able to appreciate some elements of
Alright, that's fair, that's fair. And then last in the main rotation, I do know there's the 2 solo songs and the bonus tracks from another version of the album, but as for the regular version, the last song was Dream. Um, I feel like you can't end the album without a ballad, so we needed a ballad.
it.
In
Yeah,
context with my deep storyline, I think it kind of fit loosely. It's
felt
just a.
that.
But other than that, I thought it was a great song. And I did enjoy it. It's just it wasn't like the ending that I was envisioning throughout my journey through the album. But I still like the song. Still think it's a great song.
Yeah, I thought it was a great song. It's had like like a soft poppy vibe. It's kinda like saying goodbye. I can see her waving as she was kinda like recording this right here. Um, it's like one of those songs that make you miss a loved one. Like you wanna pick up the
Mhm.
phone and say, "Hey, how you what's up, big head?" type thing. Um, I put it feels like a floating plastic bag. Don't know why I wrote that, but hey, there you go. What stood out to me, is that she really sung this really good.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
liked how she sung it.
Agreed. Agreed.
It was kinda like that low, really intimate sound, and I think she executed it perfectly. I don't think Lisa gets enough credit for her singing,
Yeah.
and I think she did a good job with this one right here. So, it is one of those, you know, soft ballads, you know, goodbye type of thing, but, I mean, it was great. It was like the other side of a pillow. So, shout out.
Yeah, man. So overall, I came away really pleased with Lisa's album. Um, Not to say that I wasn't expecting, anything like, to be great or anything, but like after I ain't gonna lie, y'all. After we checked out the initial time we checked out "Fuck Up the World," I was like,
I was nervous.
I don't know about this album, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, but I came away just like, okay, I really appreciate the concept that she aimed to deliver throughout the album. I appreciate it. Just her just doing what I feel like she's become known to do is just go over and beyond when it comes to her artistry and trying to deliver something different. And I can really respect her for always, trying to stand out. I really, minus the future, I really love the collabs on this album.
My
I really feel like all the collabs worked very, very well with along. And with us hearing before the album, Born Again, New Woman, Born Again, New Woman. Yeah, I think those were the two that we heard before in Rockstar, of course.
Yeah.
I loved hearing them in context with the album and how it kind of just
Yes.
fit a mold because I'm a person who believes sequencing is very important. I've said that a lot on this channel back in the day when we did R&B reviews. I don't like albums that sound like you just threw a song here and there. Like, I'm not saying everything got to be extra deep and speak to your soul. I mean, I love that too. But if it has some kind of sequencing where it feels like they're trying to give a flow to you, I love that, and I felt like this was a great sequencing album, excuse me. Minus the way I felt at the end. I do feel like the end of the album could have been a little bit stronger because I felt like the first 7 songs kind of like just was a steady rise, if you know. But
Yeah.
still enjoyed it nevertheless. I thought it was a really good album.
Yeah, me too. I feel like the job was accomplished with this album. It was absolutely by no means a flop at all. It was a great project. She has some really great title tracks that are doing some really good numbers just for her to be on her own. Um, the album does leave room for growth as far as it being more of a cohesive project.
Mm. Hmm.
Kind of feels like she was kind of all over the place with the sounds. If you notice, it was a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of
Yeah.
this. It felt like a collection of just like she's kind of dumping a lot of the things she probably had in her hard drive, or maybe some
Yeah.
ideas that she had jot down
Yeah.
and said, "Forget it, let's just put it all together." But I like the fact that she named it Alter Ego because we're seeing different sides of Lisa. To me, it sounds like somebody who's inspired,
Mm.
somebody who's excited.
Yeah.
The team that she put together, I think did a really good job. The production was amazing. I don't feel like there's really any misses on the project. I did mention it could be some room for growth, but she's an artist at the end of the day, right? Do what you
Yeah.
feel in the moment.
Yeah.
Another thing too, she collaborated with a lot of great artists. Just imagine what that does for her, right?
Yeah.
Um, One of the tracks I want to point out, and it's probably one of my favorite tracks, is the Born Again. The one she did with Doja Cat and Raya. I think Raya is UK. Doja Cat is obviously here in the States. And Lisa's more so known for K-pop. But all three of those artists are trying to be everywhere,
Mm.
global, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And they're trying to transcend and break down barriers and do all these amazing things. And I feel like Lisa is accomplishing that. And she's pretty much telling us, yo, I'm trying to go all the way there with this project. I think with Loud Company, I think they're doing a great job as far as putting the right team together. I'm not sure if this is based in Thailand or not. I wonder if it is
What,
out there.
the label?
Yeah,
I can check.
I'm not sure where it's located, but
I think
it just
in
feels like
Japan.
there's a movement. Okay, I just feel like there's a movement with this company. I think she's doing a debut on HBO called The White Lotus.
Oh, really?
She's doing a comic book.
It's a South Korea record
Lisa's
label.
moving. South Korea, okay.
Hmm.
Um, Lisa's making some moves, and the biggest thing I took from this project is that she wants to be around for a long time and be a global artist.
Hmm.
Not to be long winded, the excitement I'm feeling off this project is pretty much like saying she is pretty much feels like a new artist. And that's what I gather from this whole entire project. And what we received is just her just letting herself go
Yeah.
and saying, hey, take it or leave it. So shout out to that.
Yeah, I agree all with that. I feel that a lot. So as you stated, there's always room for growth, and I feel like Lisa's up for that challenge. Um, and I feel like she's always shown that she can just adapt and just get better. I mean, we watched her on some of those shows where, like, she's judging people and she's all strict
Oh
and
yeah.
everything like that. But we know it comes
Yeah.
with the territory, because she's
Oh, no
about that
punches.
life. Yeah, she don't hold
Yeah.
nothing back. So I do appreciate that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this album, man. Please let us know what y'all thought about the album, and you know, it's just great to see every member of Blackpink doing something great. You know, we enjoy
Yes.
Jisoo's project, we enjoy Rosé's project, and now we got Jenny coming up next.
Ooh.
So I'm really can't wait to see. So yeah, that's all we got for our talk about the album. Didn't expect it to be this long, but we got really into it track by track.
Sorry.
It was a long
We
album.
haven't did this a long time.
Yeah, and the solo versions, I really, I appreciate the solo version without Future, but I don't think you should have a solo version of Rapunzel. I don't think the song hit that hard without Megan. So I don't like the fact that Rapunzel has a solo version. I don't like that. But that's what I felt about the solo versions. I mean, I get it. There's fans out there that like the solo versions and everything, but some of these fans be going the extra mile. I mean, the the version of the song, the lyric video of the song that we saw with Future had Future blurred out, like his whole face.
Yeah.
That was kind of much, man. Like, good gosh, y'all ain't gotta erase them. I don't even dislike them that much. I ain't trying to erase them from existence. But anyways, yeah, I don't really like Rapunzel solo, but I can do FUTW solo. But that is all our thoughts for today. Let us know if y'all enjoyed this. I know we still got a few people in the chat here. Thank you for everybody that's came through and participated in this. And if you want to see us do something like this again, when it comes to just, breaking down albums and talking about them, let us know because we enjoy it. I mean, it was kind of fun just kind of like writing notes down again. I usually take mental notes, but actually writing stuff down, I was like, oh man, it's been a while since I actually kind of like try to assess and write down my thoughts on the album.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But if y'all enjoyed this, let us know. And be sure to let us know what you thought about our opinions. Once again, it's just our opinions, but you are feel free to combat or challenge, disagree with anything that we've said here. But it's all in love, and it's all in love with good music. But that's all we got for y'all today. Once again, just shout out to everybody for joining us. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.